Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Real quick, if this looks slightly different, I had to get a new phone holder. Don't even ask. But anyway, just wanted to shoot the breeze with y'all real quick. And I've talked about this numerous times before, but the game really hasn't changed. The game really hasn't changed. And it's amazing. And I was thinking about that. Because every now and then, I get somebody will say, "Oh, you don't know what's going on. You're old," or whatever. And in fact, indeed, somebody tried to compare me with a younger content creator. I ain't gonna say the name of that content creator. That content creator hasn't said anything bad about me, but I'm like, man, that dude, two different ages. And even then, anything he's saying ain't really new. Let me see. I'm still fixing this up. Yeah, I'll mess with this thing as we go along. Like I said, I had to get something new. You know how it gets sometime. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do sometime. Anyway, yeah, so let me not run this person over. Anyway, I was thinking about that. Because, well, I can't, nowadays, I'm finding more and more people in my area know who I am. So I gotta watch what I'm saying. But I'm seeing some things that I used to see. I'm seeing now some things I'm seeing back in the 70s. Because the only thing I would say has changed about relationships, and I argue this with anybody, even people I'm cool with. Only thing I've seen that's really changed, and let me see. Yeah, well, that'll work right there. That'll work. I'm seeing it, getting used to it, making sure everything getting all right. But anyway, the only thing I've seen that's really changed is just technology. But it still comes down to man and woman get together. Man inserts his penis into a woman's vagina. That hasn't changed. Even dynamics of who will get with who. Cause I saw some stuff the other day. I can't say some stuff. Cause sometimes I be seeing some people doing some stuff, and I'm like, hold up, I gotta keep this quiet. Cause like I said, I'm starting to see I gotta be careful of who I see on the streets. I'm not as a friend of mine used to use the word unanimous, but anonymous as I used to be. People knowing wrong. But I'm seeing the same things. I'm seeing the same dynamics, and I'm like, this ain't no new shit. And remember, because I'm an OG, I've been in this a while. You know, it's kind of funny. You get some guys haven't even dated much, thinking they know more, like something has changed. Let's say, no, motherfucker, you just haven't been able to date that much. You haven't been able to do much. But the shit has changed because I've seen it all. I've been like to the clubs, to the underground parties, been dealt with multiple women, lived with a woman, married to another woman, been a father. Now, the only thing that does change is maybe the dynamics. Now, they do change as you do get older. They do change because it's a different dynamic. Let's put it like this. When you in your 20s, you don't have to have shit to get no pussy. You don't have to have shit. You just need a hard dick. But as you get older, when you 60s, I can't tell some woman, oh yeah, I'm living with my mama. That shit ain't gonna work. Or I don't have something going on, 60 years old. So but that's been the same as it's been since the 70s. And really before that, just having conversations with some elders, Nothing's changed. Still the same dynamics over and over. And I just got experience seeing that shit. See, one problem is you got a lot of dudes out here, they ain't seen shit. They don't know what the fuck going on. Don't know what's happening. And, let's just be honest. The shit, it ain't working for them. They ain't working for them. But see, they don't want to listen. They think it's something new. Or they think just because they ain't getting none, it's something new. Like, first of all, you've always had incels. That ain't something new. The name is new. But anybody who, especially some of the old heads that's in the 50s and 60s, and y'all can get on here and chime in. Yeah, I saw how y'all knew there was some dudes back in the day who just didn't get in it, no matter what they did. And a lot of people do got that one uncle who don't have any kids, always showing up by himself to family events. And it's just a different thing. It's just it ain't what it used to be. And that's how that shit worked, though. That's how that shit worked. Because, you can't even be tripping off of it. The shit is, only thing is, like I said, the only real difference is dynamics. Or the technology, rather, not the dynamics. Because, like I said, I know dudes, they were talking about what they were doing in their 20s, 30s, and 60s, 70s. Whatever. In fact, I know a few dudes in their 70s, their wives had passed away, or they not married anymore, divorced. They as big a dog player as anybody else. Shit, they might be worse in my opinion. They might be worse because they don't give a fuck. Shoot, popping out some babies and whatnot. Shoot. But it's the same dynamic it was in the 70s, and that's when I was paying attention. But then talking to some elders, that shit was going at least back to the 30s from what they were telling me. But that shit just ain't changed. It's still the same thing. But you still get some dudes thinking some new shit. Oh, these modern women. First of all, let me hit y'all with something. Because every now and then you get some person talking about how it was a certain way back in the day. Man, let me hit y'all with some game on that. Let me hit y'all with some real game on that. The women back then just hid their shit. Because the one thing they didn't have back then, they didn't have a way to effectively test out paternity. But if they did, a lot of people now, they might be in their 30s, 40s, 50s. They found out that dude they've been calling daddy ain't really their daddy. That's how deep that shit is. That shit been happening. Stuff been happening. A lot of people think like those relationships were like all this and that, but for feminism, the women just dipping out. No, only thing feminism did was open it up for these women to go out and just do their thing. That's the only thing it's done. That's seriously, that's the only thing. Come on, y'all. Come on. That's all it's done. I know because, like I said, I've been seeing this shit since I was little. I'm 60 years old. I've been seeing this shit since before I was 10 years old. It's the same thing. Every time I think something different, and I'm gonna be real, I've been actually looking and say, well, what's different? Ain't shit different. The women still running the same game. The players still running the same game. Only thing is different is people can communicate that shit better. Only thing is different is women can't hide that shit like they used to. Only thing is different, we just got better technology, but still doing the same old bullshit. And that's something to really take into consideration when you're talking about that thing of ours we call game. Ain't been any real changes, y'all. Seriously, just get off of that. Just get off of that thought. Get off of that feeling. Just whatever. And part of the reason I'm saying it is when I'm telling y'all something on here, I'm not just pulling things out of the blue. Like every now and then, get somebody say theory. No, it's a theory for you, motherfucker. Nah, I seen it. Like I said, I only talk about shit I personally experienced or I witnessed. Not even what people tell me, but what I witnessed. That's why I can look at a lot of stuff. Like a couple days ago when I was talking about that movie Baby Girl, I done seen women like that. Women take charge type of women, but they'll let some young boy tear them up. In fact, I told you, I've gotten with a lot of women who are significantly older than me. It's the same thing, because they horny. Or when I talk about women wanting sex, they've always wanted sex. They've always wanted sex. But see, one thing that's not talked about publicly, there's always been a select, non-select. And one difference. Let me give y'all one difference. Women don't have to settle for any men anymore. Women don't have to settle for any men. So that's different. But they still going for a man. That's why I'm telling y'all, if you be that select man, you can get yours. So I mean, it is what it is. So I mean, you want to really pay attention. Like if an old head telling you something and been up in the game, you listen, because he done been here. He done been there before. Let me go in here. Ooh, I was about to go in the wrong way. Probably should have went in that way. But gotta get me some Vidos. You know, I thought that was just some shit only people watch the Beverly Hillbillies know. Somebody down south told me, yeah, we still be saying that, Uncle Ron. Damn, what y'all doing over here? They always doing something, ain't they? Shit. Always doing something. Let me find some place to park over here. Yeah. Oh, okay, hold on. Pull back. Put it back. Lean it to the side. Hey, now. Yeah. But, look. Ain't nothing new under the sun. And now what I would honestly advise, listen to your elders. Your elders done been through this shit. In fact, y'all can even talk to y'all mamas. Like, I'm gonna tell you what. A fucked up thing is a lot of mamas be lying on this shit. They be just straight. They just be straight lying. Talking about some stuff they doing or not doing. Man, please. Come on now. Come on. Shit. Come on. Yeah. I'm seeing how this is different. But like I said, had my old one broke off of some dumb shit. I'll take care of that later. But I'm gonna tell you what. One of the things is pay attention to what's going on, and don't think anything, man. Like, you get a lot of dudes talking about these modern women. I'm like, they've been doing that. I mean, you've been had women who were baddies. You've been had the quiet women, nerdy, all types of women. All types of women doing stuff. In fact, I know some older women. Shoot, they still be dressing hot. They got their makeup on, all that shit. They been doing that. And that's the thing to remember. That's the thing. But this was just brief. I was just coming back from something. Ain't my usual long drive. Gotta get used to this new one. Y'all see me a little bit better in the corner. Well, I'll mess with it. I'll see what's up. So anyway, though, I'll get back with y'all later. That was just a quick brief one. I'll pop it up for you. And yeah, this a little bit later, but like I said, I got a life outside of this. I got a life, so I got this shit I got to do. So anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.